Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to deliver a very important and highly requested comparison between two naval warships from Asia. On one side, we have the BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06 of the Philippine Navy. On the other side, we have the ROCS Chang Chien PFG-1109 of the Republic of China Navy, and let us be clear right at the start, this is Taiwan's Navy, not mainland China's. The official name of Taiwan's Navy is still the Republic of China Navy, often shortened as ROCN, but throughout this video, we will refer to it as Taiwan's Navy to avoid confusion. This comparison is not a fictional story. It is a professional, realistic, and detailed analysis. We will explore the history of both ships, their technical specifications, their weapon systems, and their role in modern naval warfare. Most importantly, we will present the facts as they are. And the truth is, these two ships are not even from the same generation. One is a relic of the Second World War still serving in the 21st century, while the other is a modern frigate built for real combat in high-intensity scenarios. So let us begin with the Philippine ship. BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06 Philippines. The BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06 is a corvette of the Philippine Navy and part of what is known as the Miguel Malvar class. But to be honest, calling this ship modern would be completely wrong. This is one of the oldest active naval warships in the entire Asian region. The origins of this ship go back to World War II. The Miguel Malvar class vessels were originally Admiral-class minesweepers of the United States Navy. They were designed for convoy escort and coastal patrol duties. After the war, the United States had an enormous surplus of such ships, and in the 1960s, many were transferred to Allied navies. The USS Brattleboro PCER 852 was one of them. In 1967, she was handed over to the Philippines and renamed BRP Miguel Malvar. That means today this ship is over 75 years old. Despite multiple refits and modifications, the basic hull and design are still from the 1940s. The ship is 56 meters long, with a displacement of around 914 tons. She is powered by diesel engines, which provide a maximum speed of just 16 knots. In modern naval standards, that speed is very low, limiting her to coastal patrol missions rather than high-sea operations. As for armament, the ship carries a single 40mm Bofors gun, a 20mm Oerlikon cannon, some .50 caliber machine guns, and a few depth charges for anti-submarine use. But the reality is these weapons are outdated. They are effective against small boats or unarmed targets, but they are meaningless against modern missiles, strike aircraft, or large warships. The ship has no guided missile capability, no modern radar systems, and no electronic warfare equipment. So what is her role today? The BRP Miguel Malvar is mainly used for coastal patrol, counter-smuggling missions, sovereignty patrols in disputed waters, and training purposes. She has been useful in internal security and anti-piracy duties. But in terms of high-intensity naval combat, she has almost zero survivability. ROCS Chang Chien PFG-1109 Taiwan. Now let us turn to the ROCS Chang Chien PFG-1109 of Taiwan. Here the contrast is immediate and dramatic. This ship belongs to the Cheng Kung class frigates, which are based on the proven American Oliver Hazard Perry class design. These frigates are far more modern and built with genuine combat power in mind. The Chang Chien was commissioned in 1994, making her about 30 years old, relatively young compared to Miguel Malvar. The ship is 138 meters long, with a displacement of around 4,200 tons fully loaded. That makes her almost 5 times larger than the Miguel Malvar. She is powered by gas turbines, which allow her to reach speeds of over 29 knots. That high speed, combined with her endurance, gives her the ability to operate across the open seas, reposition quickly, and conduct a wide range of missions. Now let us examine her weapons, because this is where the gap becomes overwhelming. The Chang Chien is equipped with SM-1MR surface-to-air missiles for air defense, Harpoon anti-ship cruise missiles with a strike range of over 120 kilometers, an OTO Melara 76mm rapid-fire gun for both surface and aerial targets, Phalanx CIWS for close-in defense against incoming missiles and aircraft, torpedo launchers for anti-submarine warfare, along with several secondary guns and machine guns. On top of that, she carries modern radars, sonar systems, fire control computers, and electronic warfare equipment. These systems allow her to detect, track, and engage air, surface, and subsurface threats. She can operate independently or as part of a naval task force, sharing real-time data and providing layered defense. In short, ROCS Chang Chien is a multi-role frigate. She can attack at long range, defend herself from aerial and missile threats, hunt submarines, and support larger naval operations. Compared to the Miguel Malvar, she is simply on a different level altogether. Direct comparison and conclusion. Now let us place these two ships side by side for a fair and factual comparison. Displacement. Miguel Malvar 914 tons. Chang Chien 4,200 tons. Length. Miguel Malvar 56 meters. Chang Chien 138 meters. Speed. Miguel Malvar 16 knots. Chang Chien 29 knots. Weapons. Miguel Malvar, light cannons and machine guns. Chang Chien, guided missiles, modern artillery, torpedoes, and CIWS. Sensors. Miguel Malvar, only basic navigation radar. Chang Chien, modern combat radars, sonar, and electronic warfare systems. Role. Miguel Malvar, coastal patrol and low-intensity missions. Chang Chien, frontline multi-role frigate for full-scale naval warfare. If these two ships were ever to face each other, the outcome would not even be a contest. The Chang Chien would detect the Miguel Malvar long before the Philippine ship could even come close. With Harpoon missiles able to strike at more than 120 kilometers, the Chang Chien could sink the Miguel Malvar before she was anywhere near effective firing range. The Miguel Malvar's guns are only effective at a few kilometers, and she has no defense against modern missiles. Meanwhile, the Chang Chien is protected by the phalanx CIWS and advanced electronic systems. So in terms of combat capability, survivability, and relevance, the ROCS Chang Chien completely outclasses the BRP Miguel Malvar. That is simply fact, but context also matters. The Philippine Navy has historically had very limited budgets and has focused more on internal security and coastal patrol duties. That is why ships like Miguel Malvar remained in service for so many decades, even though they were outdated. Taiwan, on the other hand, faces a direct and existential threat from mainland China's powerful navy. That is why Taiwan has invested heavily in ships like the Chang Chien, which are built for serious combat. The BRP Miguel Malvar deserves respect for her long service. She is a symbol of endurance, resourcefulness, and the determination of the Philippine Navy to protect its waters even with limited means. But she is obsolete. The Philippine Navy itself recognizes this, which is why it has begun retiring the Miguel Malvar class and replacing them with modern ships, like the Jose Rizal class frigates. That is the future of the Philippine Navy. Meanwhile, Taiwan continues to rely on ships like the Chang Chien as an essential part of its defense strategy. In case of conflict, these frigates would play a critical role in defending Taiwan's maritime approaches. In conclusion, the verdict is clear. The BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG-06, of the Philippines is a historic ship, still carrying symbolic value, but irrelevant in modern combat terms. The ROCS Chang Chien, PFG-1109, of Taiwan is a fully modern frigate, capable of defending itself and delivering real combat power in today's naval battlefield. Thank you for watching. If you found this comparison detailed and realistic, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more professional defense analysis and military comparisons.